What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Your boy Coolio in the cut. If y'all new to my channel, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe so y'all don't miss out on any videos. Y'all see it is currently a little smooth, windy, and in between hot day. Not really too hot. As y'all see, I got my hoodie on. But I mean, it's like, when do I not? Had to go and get our guards for the day. Welcome back to another video. If y'all clicked on this video, then this video was probably meant for you to hear. Today is Tuesday, Casual Tuesday, and I'm not really sure what everybody has going on, but if I gained your time and stopped you right here, then hey, welcome. Now, for the people that's new to my channel, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe, because every day we're aiming to get back into the groove of things, and that's pretty much why I'm here. Because if you clicked on this video, then you probably needed to hear this. Now, I can probably speak for some, maybe not all, but I was probably in your position once. And the reason why I genuinely came on here to make this video is because I feel like a lot of people let this type of things go past their head, and that's execution. Now, I know a lot of people are good at coming up with ideas or brainstorming, but motivation is nothing without having discipline. And in order to gain that discipline, you have to be willing to actually strive for that change, that difference in life. You actually want to strive for the better version of yourself. You know, a lot of the times I see people go on social media complaining about their life or dealing with certain things that they feel like define their character. And I'ma tell y'all, bro, back in June when I lost my place, that shit ate me up. You know, it made me feel like I had nothing left. I feel like when I used to move through life, I used to let a lot of shit define me. And I'm here to tell y'all, bro, that everything is replaceable. You know, people, materials, which is why I had to learn to stop being materialistic with certain things. You know, it was times where I had valuable items that got taken from me. It was days or moments where I just felt like I lost it all, lost everything. And as people, we tend to get comfortable when we have certain things, and then it gets us to the point to where once we go without, we feel like it's the end of the world. No matter what you're dealing with or going through in life, bro, you should never have that type of mindset when going through something and something gets stripped away from you. Mind y'all, bro, I put in so much money into a vehicle I wasn't able to drive. You know, it's been times where I let people make decisions for me and it took me down the wrong road. Now, every single day, I'm realizing that it don't matter how people view you, how people see you. If you got a vision and you believe in that vision and you know for a fact that, okay, if I keep doing what I'm doing, everything's gonna work out. And a lot of the times, we make more excuses for ourselves than actually genuinely trying to make a way. And I used to do that shit a lot. I used to find reasons to why I was failing, but in reality, you're not necessarily failing. You know, when you learn from certain situations, you'll understand that, bro, it's so much to life. So you should never be at a point where you start letting certain things or people define you in a bad way or make it seem like, you know, your vision won't play out how you see it. And I could just say, bro, that I didn't get this far by just dreaming about it. You know, the whole goal was to flip that switch in my mind and tell myself that, bro, you know how many times you've fallen and still been able to get back up and still been able to conquer everything that you said you wanted to strive for in life, I mean, like, it's people in houses like these, and I think to myself every damn day, like, these people didn't give up. The richest man in the world didn't make excuses. No, you know, and that's the beauty of life sometimes, is getting shit stripped away from you, because it teaches you a lot of shit. And not only that, but it shows you who you are without. A lot of people let these chains, watches, luxury cars, they let that shit define their character. And then, you know, and even the most richest man in the world, I would say, didn't give up when the odds went against him, you know what I'm saying, or her, you know what I'm saying? And to this day, that's why I not only speak on things that I want to do in life or accomplish, but I also put in the work, and I sit down every day and I think to myself, like, okay, is it something that I could be doing different? Is it something that I could probably tweak up or fix? You know, and when we learn how to detach from things that no longer serve us or bring value to our life, then we will understand the meaning of living. You know, every day is not promised for people, and a lot of y'all gotta understand that, because I'm not making this video to get a point across, but I'm making this video to get across. You know, like, it's so many people in the world that's in way more worse positions than you are. And when I realized that, it made me start thinking to myself, like, okay, well, maybe this shit that I'm going through is not really so bad. It's not really severe. And I feel like when you go through life situations or problems, a lot of people will make it seem like you just a fuck up in life, or, you know, you going down the wrong route or doing something wrong. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all this, bro. Fuck what they gotta say. Fuck the haters. Fuck the opinions. Because you know what you did. You know how far you got, you know what I'm saying? So why let somebody destroy your character over a mistake that was made, or an attempt that you thought would be successful and it didn't play out how you wanted it to play out? But that's okay. Why? It's because, bro, we have so many problems and thoughts to ourselves, yet the world is so big when you think about it. You know, and every single day, I tell myself, bro, like, as long as I'm waking up, I'ma trust in God, bro, and keep on moving by faith in belief within myself, because people are not really woke to society. They don't really understand what it's like to be knocked down numerous amount of times and then get back up and go for it again, and then you succeed in the end. One thing that I noticed is that a lot of people start letting alcohol define them, or they start abusing marijuana, or they start, you know, taking all of these unnecessary drugs. And I never found myself to cope that way. I mean, yeah, your boy may smoke, but it's for genuine reasons, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just chiefing every single day, you know, and I find it funny how I was having a conversation with somebody one day, not gonna say any names, and they were just talking about how yeah, if I was in your situation, then I would have did this or that. And that's the problem with people nowadays in society or in this generation, is you could tell somebody one thing, not even nothing major, and they will make it seem like that's who you are because that's how you move, or like some shit like that. And I'ma just tell y'all, bro, not everything needs to be told to people, social media. You know, sometimes the biggest problems that we go through and face alone, bro, is really a blessing. And I know it may sound awkward or weird at first, because we may see it as, okay, nothing's working out, or everything is always trying to stop me. And I'm gonna tell y'all, bro, everything happens for a reason. And that's something that I always live by, you know, because when I stopped letting the minor things get to me, I started realizing how much bigger problems was actually coming towards me, which led me into being able to actually manage those minor problems. I mean, like, y'all, people are so much into competition instead of executing their vision. They worried about going against somebody else that's actually striving for better. A lot of people in life, bro, they're in competition because they don't want to see you win. And sometimes it don't even have to be that. It could just be because they're miserable in their life and they want some type of validation or sympathy. And once you stop moving with emotion throughout life, a lot of shit will not bug you. A lot of shit won't faze you. And I used to be that kid that thought to myself like, damn, well, what if this don't work out? What am I gonna do next? Bro, I'ma tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen on here, bro, you don't have to have everything figured out, you feel me? Is that a person behind me? At the end of the day, bro, life throws a whole bunch of opportunities and it's up to us to catch them. You know, rather we know it or not. Like I say, you know, every day is what you make it pretty much. So if you're sitting here waking up every single day and you're not doing nothing else with your time, that is a person behind me, then you're gonna feel like you haven't accomplished nothing. And that's cool. But I'm gonna tell y'all, bro, that don't mean you give up. Like I say, y'all gotta ask yourself, bro, back in the day, times are way more harder, bro. And I feel like in this generation, we got shit a little bit more easy. That don't mean that problems get easier, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, you know, think about what it was back then. You know, we got cars like these, you know, like I'm always seeing luxury ass things. And I just think to myself, like, what did people do to get to this position? You know what I'm saying? But I don't more so question myself on it. I just question the things that they went against and how they executed against it. You know, and I feel like once we learn how to go against the grain and defeat the odds, bro, a lot of battles that we face in life, bro, we'll be the winner of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on here, bro, because like I say, I always want to spread positivity. And no matter when life starts defeating me, bro, I know that this isn't my life. I know that just because the opportunity feels rare or it feels fake, don't mean I'm not gonna grab it or go for it. You know, I've always been that curious guy, so I can genuinely say, like, I love a challenge, you know what I'm saying? I'm curious on what's next, you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, you know, I just want to come on here and make this video for the people that feel discouraged and don't know what's next. Or you may feel like everything is failing. And I was feeling like that once upon a time. But like I say, it's probably people that's going through something way more than I am. And I don't beat them down for that. But everybody's going through something. And once you gain acceptance with that shit, it's like you start worrying more so about your own life and what you gotta do. Yeah, it's cool to be concerned about people or whatnot, but think about it, bro. Are you living for them or are you living for you? Are these people living for me or are they living for them? They self, right? So why tread through life worrying about the minor things, letting it define you, instead of worrying about the major things that you could be executing instead of just talking about? Once people get that shit down packed, bro, I feel like a lot of things in your life will go smoother. I wouldn't say that, yeah, every moment is just gonna be a good moment, because then I'd be lying to you. But remember, if it was easy, everybody would want it. So at the end of the day, I want y'all to remember one thing before y'all click off this video. Execute, all right? No matter what your vision or plan is, execute. Have that motivation and keep that discipline, bro, because those two things will get you to where you want to be. But action most definitely is what y'all need to be taking, because it's good to talk about it and let it be known to others. But if you aren't doing nothing about it, then at that point it's just a bunch of make-believe gossiping. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, bro. I hope I got a word across to y'all today. And remember, bro, y'all stay positive and stay motivated. And we'll be back with some more videos.